Hello everyone, I am Lumen, and I'm here again to read. Last time I've managed 3 entire chapters of the first of my books that I chose to read. Only 3 chapters. Well, what can you do? Let's try to get 3 done today as well. But before that, I would just like to acknowledge that I've noticed the audio situation regarding being audible and breathing, and I will not be changing it. One day I'll probably have a better setup. This way still feels more genuine. So that's what I am choosing to do on purpose. And well, let's just get straight into it. My book titled Arrive, or rather the book series titled Arrive, the first book called Elfen Self, where we left off at chapter 4, more or less. You can read ahead if you'd like. I'm thinking of using the same music where we left off and reading just a little bit of the previous chapter just to pick up the exact feeling. I still find it funny that the first chapters I've ever read on this channel are some of the most depressing ones I wrote to be depressing on purpose. But here we go. Let's see. Suno. Yes, Suno, the music AI generating website. I'm a criminal. It's tragic, truly. Let's go. I hang my head. Look at the fingers on my skin. So I shake my head. So endlessly critical. Is it because criticizing was all I could do? Is it because I grew too used to the company of women that do nothing but badmouth others when no one else is listening, but when work time happens, sheep mode activates? Am I just a bad person? Because if none of these are true, then why? Why? I take a deep breath and then yell, why? I yell a step forward, arms thrown to the sides, looking upwards at the sky. Why are things this way? Why can't I have what I want? It's not like I want a lot. I just want the bare essentials. The bare minimum. What the world ought to be like. So. And I deflate and hang my head. My arms hanging as well. I see the reflection over my fat body. So why? Why? I take a deep breath. The head rising a bit, but still looking down. And exhale and sigh. Why? Why are they like this? I shake my head. Sad. I don't remember doing anything wrong. Maybe I would cry at this point. Was it when I was 10? Maybe a bit older. I think a boy in school said something mean about crying right after a teacher did something similar. Ever since then, tears just don't come. Rarely if I watch a movie or something, but not like they used to. Not when I was little. Not like when I was little. I nod a bit. And after a brief pause, I look up. There. I'm done. And I just move to pinch myself. And as I do, a change in this space finally occurs. And I, the reader, shall take a little sip. It's a little hot right now. If you hear me wiping myself because of the sweat, that's what it is. But let's keep going straight away. Maybe I'll change music midway through this next chapter. We'll have to see. Chapter 4. Over. I almost pinched myself, and my eyes were drawn up instead of the forearm. I'm done with this. I do not have a moment of feeling or amusement. I'm tired. I don't want any of this anymore. And as I look up, I see it in a digital-like interface, a slightly opaque, deep blue rectangle with silver ornate trim. In it, simple font. Would you like to rule? With a yes on the left and a no on the right. My heart skips a beat as I stare at it, my eyes gradually widening, and I blink a few times and look at the yes and no. I've never been asked things in dreams, you know. Not not this directly. Not not this clearly. I drop my arms to my sides and look at it. It's a it's at a bit of an angle, I guess. Rule, huh? I just look at it. That previous hollow look returning, and I shake my head a little. No, that's my obvious answer. But no matter how I think about it, my left hand won't raise. I've had times like this before, when, unless I do a certain action, life almost freezes. I'm unable to continue. It was like that when I was pondering delaying service until after I finished university. It was like that when I knew I had to move out post-service. It just happens. Now, unless I do this thing that I keep telling myself I shouldn't do, I can't do anything. So my left arm starts lifting slowly, and my index finger hovers over the yes. I gulp and try and smile a bit sarcastically. What? My finger starts shaking a bit. For some reason, there's this quaking in my chest, like something serious is about to happen. I don't know what or why, but I get goosebumps up my back even. I gulp again and nod a little. Rule. What does that even mean? And I press it. And once my finger comes off of this thing that almost felt like a smart screen, it goes away and I deflate. As if all that stress was pointless and I was just left with my wholeness. I want to go home. But the home I once had was crap. It was only home because I was there. The homes I had after were also crap. The one I have now, I want to think I like it. I do, but I can't say it. I want to own it. I wanted to have a yard. Maybe try and grow some things myself. Cook with them. I want to have things of my own, not just rent. I'm tired. Tired reporting to people. The government, for one, always overlooking you, taxes and all. Doctors, always needing to make sure your body is okay. Your job, always making you feel stupid. Even a dumb landlord. At least let me have that much. At least a place of my own. So I never have to feel dumb about anything ever again. So that anything I make and do is because I choose to, not because someone told me to. And when I look up again, another screen pops up, this time a bit bigger, but with only one button, saying OK at the bottom. Welcome to the King's Game. Please choose your kingdom. And in a yellower, smaller font between the text and the button, what looks like a disclaimer. Note, you can only choose your kingdom once and cannot change it later. I just blink a little. This is where I'll bring out the other track I played last time, and the next chapters might need completely different music. We'll see. I just blink a little, and then get a really sarcastic, smug smirk. And there I stopped at the video games. I shake my head and take a deep breath. Fine. I press OK, and when I do, a much larger screen appears, with what looks to be an image at the top. It's taller, vertically, almost like a smart screen or a prompt inside of a video game, and the image is the regular resolution for an image. On it, I see in front of what looks like medieval peasants. I see in front what looks like medieval peasants toiling on a brown, barren, wet field. In the distance behind them, on white castle walls among the battlements, that funky pattern of square, gap, square, what almost look like fancy knights. Above, I see the name Humans West in parentheses, and I blink a few times. Oh, and I look down below. Just one button. Show more. And arrows to the left and right. The left one a bit blanked out, the right one much brighter. I blink a few more times and smile gently. Like heroes then. HOMM, Heroes of Might and Magic, a game I loved. HOMM 5 anyway. People say 3 is better, but nah. Mm. I love the cities. Maybe it's part of why I got into architecture. Let's just say that being able to speak English easy really helped with pirating, even with non-attentive parents. And then I pondered about a different set of games. Civilization. Sid Meier's anyway. I like Civ 5 the most. 6 sucks, really. Maybe I just like the number 5. Maybe. Maybe it's no coincidence they're the best iterations. Maybe. I know a bit. If it's like that, I cross my arms, putting my left hand to my chin, pondering. I can feel a slight stubble. Ugh, if I was a girl, I wouldn't have any. I mean, I'll go to the interface. No X inside, can't minimize it or close it. No keyboard either. No control shift escape to go into details to turn the application off. It's here. All I can do is browse or see more info. Not. I mean, Haven always did seem solid, but I think I love others more. I know it a bit more. And press the arrow to the right with my left hand. And my eyes open wide. Humans east. And frankly, it looks a bit more like ancient China. Haggard peasants in robes, drunk with a gourd, walking to a tavern in a muddy place with what looks like this elaborate Chinese palace above, near a hill at a distance. And I grimace a bit. Ugh, screw China. If we weren't studying concrete blocks for apartments, one of which I live in now, we were studying all the great things China did. Yeah. The fact that many buildings here leverage the style doesn't help. I like more Western and modern anyway. Ew, I say. Ew. I've had too much. Can it look nice? Sure, anything can. Is it overdone? To me, it absolutely is. So, no. I press it again. Oh, it says Beast People. And as it says, the structures look a bit more like Mongolian yurts. And what's walking around, some carrying logs, some cooking, look like literal beast people. Furred mouths, more like wolves, ears to match, mostly brown and furred tails, clawed hands and big arms. The feet more animal as well, the thick darker fur like hair down the back. They wear simple clothes covering just the essentials, what looks like to include the chests for the women. Or is it not just women? Hard to say, but I can say this for a fact. It looks a whole lot friendlier than the previous two. No obvious social separation, no obvious knights looking over peasants, no obvious Chinese lords overlooking the vagrants. And to myself a little, definitely a candidate. I wanted to feel cozy if that's what I'm doing. And I press the arrow again, a few times. Really? Does beast just mean kind of like a werewolf but without the moon part? This next one says horse lords, which frankly, how would I put it? The clothes look like that of European nobility or something, except they're horses on 2 legs like people, bodies like people, hooves on the bottom legs, and what looks like arms with regular hands, just with that finko that horses have on the hands. Full, long, big horse faces. I blink a few times and jolt my head back a bit, probably double chinning or something. Next. Okay, like, that was weird, but consider me interested. The heck is a horse lord? Are they overpowered? Am I missing out by not picking them? And when I press the arrow next... my heart almost skips a beat. I played World of Warcraft for a bit, and before that, what really made me fall in love with them? Warcraft 3. Elves. And not a bit. I never understood it, I took a deep breath. A nice, long, deep breath. and a similarly long exhale, and not a bit more. Why people hated elves, I definitely never understood it. I love them, always did. Watched Lord of the Rings, they were okay, but I did like them even there. It was Warcraft that did it, but you know, I sat and looked down. HMM elves were also nice. That city looked so nice. Take a nice deep long breath, and the music. I closed my eyes. The music was so outstanding for each city screen, except the barbarians. So easy to remember. So iconic. I shake my head and open them, looking back at it. Why the heck did they stop? 6 and 7 were a disappointment. No wonder there was never an 8. I miss it, you know. But how do I put it? I can't go back to play it either. It feels shallow somehow. Just shallow. So painfully shallow. I guess I outgrew them before I knew it. It's not at fault. The games could never be at fault. But I did genuinely love them. So obviously I would want to see it again. Done right. I nod a bit. And I the arrow. I go up. I hover my finger over the button. See what it says. Sooner or later, I have to know what this button does, right? Maybe it's one of those. A cliffhanger. I wake up in cold sweat. Maybe. And then I press the left arrow and I'm back on horse lords. Okay, but like, why are they having a ball? They're in a grand, almost gold opulent hall of some sort, like a noble meeting of some sort, all holding glasses of wine. Look, the female horse people even have dresses and all. No, seriously, what is this option? Look at the button. And shake my head a bit. After. Go back to elves. And I smile. The image is a bit darker. Almost like it's night. But the kind where a soft glow illuminates everything. So much beautiful natural dark green, grasses, trees, everything. They're wearing what can only be described leaf-inspired clothing. Pointy ears, all of them. Quite pretty. The architecture isn't easy to place. A lot of wood and smooth and curvy lines, quite often. I nod a bit. And I wonder, what will this game be like? I've never played a game like this in my dreams, I don't think. Maybe others? Never anything like this. My heart is beating a bit. I'm definitely interested. And I press the button. And what shows up on top is a new screen. On the left side, against the beige background, I see 2 figures. In a slight standing pose, right arm more to the side. One male and one female. They're both wearing near identical outfits, what look like long, sleek white pants leading into deep brown, well-made shoes, and a solid, strong green jacket. Over the chest, long sleeves, fluttered at the shoulders, a little like leaves, with collars at the neck. Well, at least Hannah could relate. That one looks kind of flat. The man looks kind of feminine. I guess elves just might. And to the right of this vertical image is text. I blink a few times. Traits, that's what it says. Traits, followed by a bunch of traits. And I go up and start reading. Extended lifespan, extended lifespan plus, extended lifespan plus plus, extended lifespan plus plus plus. Honestly, that's a lot of lifespan. Magic environment, spirit-oriented society, detestable of a lack of nature. Huh? Are we sure these are traits? Magic attunement, mana attunement, spirit attunement, life attunement, nature attunement, perception of artifice and genuine. Yeah, no, that sure is a lot of stuff, though. And I smile sadly at the next few bits. Honest, poor liars. I shake my head. I guess like me, huh? Just like me, huh? I'm starting to like them more and more. And only a few left. Matriarchy. Oh, that means they're led by women, right? Extended incubation period, low conception rate. And just one more right after. I found a bit. Inability to... I go. And found a bit more. ability to compromise. I click a few times. Tilt my head to the right. Still frowning. That sounds like a whole bunch of penalties when interacting with other races. Definitely more of a civ then. A bit of shame. I like HOMM, you know. Shame, really. Whoever had the genius idea, genius in quotation marks like this, genius idea of changing the name to Might and Magic Heroes was damn stupid. Seriously, who greenlit that? Diplomacy. Doesn't say anything about science bonuses or the like. Never liked war in those games, you know. If someone declares it on you, just have enough cash in bank to buy units and survive. AI, of course. Don't forget, spam wonders in one city. Always spam wonders in one city. But as few cities as possible and make them cool. But not Venice. Screw Venice. No, do that if cities you actually like. Civ 5 was great. I take a deep breath and feel all sad, but in a slightly longing way, and not a bit of pain in my chest. I see two buttons down below. To the right it says go back, and to the left it says select kingdom. I know a bit more. I think I've already made my choice. Horse Lords sure sounds interesting, but no. Honestly, let's just do this. I'm strangely tired. This place is exhausting somehow. I want to wake up all rested. If this is a dream, let me dream it in a way I enjoy, not this tiredness. I nod and press select kingdom, and a prompt comes up and over the screen. Warning, once you select a kingdom, you cannot select a different one. And a button that says go back to the right and continue to the left. So I press continue, and then I have a prompt over it. Are you sure you want to choose elves as your kingdom? And a no to the right, and a yes to the left. Sure, I say, neutral face. I do wonder, you know, how different my life would have been if I picked something else in this moment. I press yes. After all, it changed so much after. The screen disappeared alongside all the other screens, and I look around, and as if I'm beginning to wonder if that did anything. Shake? It made ripples in the surface at all? I think a few times, staring a bit, wide stance so I don't fall. And then in front of me a final prompt, no buttons. You have chosen elves as your kingdom. Please enjoy. And as I blink, something feels weird. I wake up. That's nice. I do love this book. It's very nice. And it's going to get very stupid from here on out. By the way, as I go to generate the next track of music, let's try to get something like a nice, pleasant, maybe slow morning. Oops. I have my scene changing keys bound to P and O, so anytime I type that. Yeah. Oh well, let's generate this pleasant slow morning and see what that makes. I have put my own preferences regarding gaming and some experiences into this main character. I think it's important to put a part of yourself into your main characters. It's the perspective you write from, especially with me, because I write first person narration. There's no better way to do it. I love changing POVs, but sometimes just enjoy this. Let's see if this is good. Hopefully it's a little sad and mournful. If not, we'll see what we can do. I'll take it. Let's see. Chapter 5. Absurd. I slowly opened my eyes, lazily, like I just woke up from something extremely exhausting, like I'm more tired now than when I went to bed. My eyes lazily look to the weight still attached to me, but she almost looks bigger, with that big sleeping smile of hers. And as she turns, her left arm going off me and almost hanging off of this somewhat large but still made for one person bed, she bumps something and I stare super heavy and heart freezing. That, huh? I don't even want to look down. That definitely was my belly. That was too high up. Now that I look at it, doesn't it almost look like she's closer to me somehow? Okay, this song won't work. Shame, shame, shame. Uh, so, how are you, by the way? Me? I'm glad I'm doing this. I really enjoy reading my own work. And if anyone else gets to enjoy it too, well, I'm glad. Just if you become deaf because of stuff like me breathing, well, thank you for watching. Let's see. There we go. It's probably better. That definitely wasn't my belly. That was too high up. Now that I look at it, doesn't it almost look like she's closer to me somehow? I get goosebumps. And as I do, I feel like that wave of sensitivity across my skin picked up some sensation that just don't make sense. My earlier shock turns into basically a quiet panic with hints of disbelief, still staring, well, I guess a little different. And I go up. And even my throat feels different. My ears feel different. My everything feels different. And is that hair? My hair should be way shorter. What happened to me? Okay, slow steps, Yunsu. Just take a deep breath. In, and that's something she bumped into earlier that bounced a bit. Just raised my chest. I just stare harder. Nope, this isn't helping. But I do need to breathe, so I try. But I almost feel my face burn up with red. Something about this is extremely embarrassing. And then, almost unwillingly, my eyes move down my body. Eh? I make a noise. And then I blink a few times and blank completely. Let me describe what I just saw. Well, my head is processing what I just heard. First of all, I'm still clearly wearing the same clothes, very much so. I can never really tell. Just I spot down my torso, which is exposed because somebody probably kept turning in their sleep. Two things that really shouldn't be there. Exposed. Oh well. I'm on my back. They're sloping to the sides a little and move up and down as I breathe. Two very large somethings. Very soft looking too. They definitely bounced before. And just about now, my head finished loading. Is it just me or did I sound feminine? I go. Again, the throat feels different somehow. Now the whole body does. What am I looking at? I keep staring at the two somethings. A bit more lucid. This, definitely feminine, way too feminine, seductive almost. This has to be a dream. I say with far more dread than the previous word, and just shake a little in small motions like shivering as I get goosebumps right away again. Then the worst possible ingredient to add into the mix is added. Hannah makes a sleepy noise and turns back to hug me proper with both arms. Ah, my torso which is exposed because the covers were taken off. Sometimes it's funny not remembering the context. Back to the panic. Hannah makes a sleepy noise and turns back to hug me proper with both arms, except she kind of does so with gusto, except her face, more or less, directly plants into the left one. I almost make a loud noise that sounds extremely feminine. I'm in a crisis. I don't want to wake her up, but she needs to stop right now. My big bro's belly is soft. I stare harder. That is not my belly. Nope, not at all. That's... Wait, I freeze. And I've been a few times. I try and notice and pay attention to the parts of Hannah touching my body, not including the big pillow on my left side. She's basically nuzzling her face into, despite its sensitivity or something. Nope, ignored. Is it just me, or does it feel like my chest protrudes more than the stomach? I gulp. I have shaky motions. My left arm, more or less immobilized by Hannah. I try and reach for my stomach with my right hand, only to realize it's way lower. Not in the anatomy department, in the high department. And when I touch it, I make a strange sound. Is it relief? Alarm? Definitely feminine. Just no matter how I touch it, I don't sense any, well, big amounts of fat. More booze gumps. Booze gumps. That ever happened to you? You just swap letters when you read something or say something. I get more goosebumps, especially at my shoulders, and then try to slowly feel up and definitely bump into the right thing from the underside. My eyes moisten. This can't be happening. I really feel like my legs are weak right now. It's a good thing I'm lying down. It's like I have these internal shakes. I go up again, and in minuscule motions, I shake my head. No. No, stop, big bro. I believe times that she nuzzled her face straight in between the two things. I really am stuck, aren't I? That gets me pregnant. I close my eyes. What the hell are you dreaming about? No, don't smack my butt. I'll be a good girl. I'll get pregnant. I blink exactly twice, my eyes now open, and just stare at her in disbelief. Your said big brother is having an existential crisis, and your logic somehow concludes that getting your butt smacked, which only our parents did, mind you, not even me, even just you, that me doing that somehow gets you pregnant? She meddled, and then I almost mold. I blush on the spot. What the noise that I just produced? Just because she really leaned into. Is it a nipple? I have to admit it at this point, right? These are breasts. I became a woman, didn't I? There's no better explanation for this. What the hell? Is this a dream? Is it? Oh, I just realized. If I'm a woman, I gulp. And so I slam my right hand towards my boxers, not brave enough to venture inside. I try to tap the spot from the outside. Not there, I say in disbelief. That unpleasant sensation of having bound bits is gone. Doing a few times. I try to reach lower. After touching a bit, I immediately pull away. Definitely girl bits. Oh no, this what a girl feels like down there. I like it, but it's too sensitive. How does Hannah even pee? No, wait, do I need to pee? Oh no, I might have to. Well, good news is I haven't stood near the toilet to pee in years, sitting only. But this is when the realization really hit. Oh, and I just deflate, then slump, body relaxed, as I'm starting to understand what happened. No more curiosity, just these sensations, this voice, this everything, and this idiot dream my chest as a pillow. No, I want the chocolate one. No. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Really noticing, especially with this dummy on the rising and lowering chest. I shake my head a little, but lips burst. This has to be a dream. It has to. I cup and open my eyes, looking out at myself some more. I mean, this doesn't just happen to people. I'm almost a little scared. I mean, I've never had dreams this real and clear, I feel like. Or a dream. Ah, yes. Never had a dream this real and clear, I feel like. Not really. So I'm kind of grateful for the chance. If this is how it really is, I like it. I kind of want it. And for a brief moment, I just feel sad again. Aww, I feel really sad. This will probably go away. Shame. So I smile. Well, if it's going to go away, I try to hug Hannah into myself both arms. Just stare. As I shifted to my side, the breasts also shifted. Too real to be a dream. Too real to be a dream! And that's when the worst possible thing probably happened. Worst thing possible. Am I... My eyes are slowly drawn into my downstairs. Wet. I would like to point out at this moment, interrupting the chapter reading, I write for real. Any character I write is real. That means they have a real body. And real people experience real bodies. And I'm not going to sidestep that. Especially when something like this happens. And if anyone's too sensitive, leave. Anyway. Am I My eyes are slowly drawn to my downstairs. What? I just stare hard. Girls do that, right? Right! I gulp, and my arms start heavily shaking. I start shaking my head as well, in denial. Nope, 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 nope. And then somehow it gets worse. Hannah makes a sleepy noise and looks up at me in my face, and then smiles, her eyes half closed. A smile that implies there's exactly zero thoughts in that head of hers. And she slowly and gently hugs me tighter. You're soft, big bro. I blink exactly twice again, and slowly move to pinch myself with my left hand as I'm hugging her. Ow! I make a quiet sound. I stare more. I try again. Ow! And one last time. No! I just stare hard. That's not good. That's not good at all. Properly fully closes her eyes, and then backs away with her head from me a little, opens her eyes a bit, and blinks a few times, and then rubs her eyes with her right hand. And after blinking a few more times, she stares, and stares hard. Don't put those eyes into me, those big, beautiful eyes. What the hell did I just think? What? She goes, almost shaken. Who? I go, good morning? Please be a dream, please be a dream, please be a dream, please be a dream, please be a dream. She screams full volume, but somehow, for some reason, she keeps holding me. I wince and try to cover my ears, not hugging her anymore, only to realize they're pointy. And that, my friends, is where the pieces started to click. Oh. And I backs away to the edge of the bed, almost falling over, and for some reason, still not letting go of me, and her eyes start to rapidly scan me. Funny, that dull brown shirt of mine, that's oversized to the point where her right shoulder is visibly poking out. I might have found it's too. Great. Remind me to buy clothes with a smaller neck hole. So I have a big head, so what? Who are you? Why? She looks me up and down. Why are you wearing Big Bro's clothes? And she stares me in the eyes. Did you steal him? Did you steal him from me? Is this some sort of prank? I squint my eyes a bit, wincing slowly, putting my hands away from my ears. No. I gulp, and she stares offended. It's me, Hannah. And she stares harder, almost trying to back away, but stopping, not falling off the bed. What? How do you know my name? I close my eyes, slowly bracing for impact. I'm shaking a bit. I slightly put to open them. It's me, Insu. And it's like I just drove a nail straight into her. Her eyes stop shaking, and without pausing, in one fluid motion, exactly towards where you'd expect her to look, at my chest, she just stares and shakes her head a little, looking back at me. You're not my big brother. I close my eyes, and I take a deep breath, and definitely still there. I open them, half closed. And how exactly did you come to that conclusion, Hannah? Because I know exactly how she did. I say it, more or less half-tired. She stares at me, almost offended, and her entire head tilts towards my chest. She unhanded me only to poke both breasts, and I make another feminine sound. My big brother doesn't have these! No, I refuse it! It can't be possible! This doesn't happen! I close my eyes, and then, after a few more very uncomfortable pokes, I open them. Her eyes are still trained on them, so I try and sit up, and great, not only do they move some more, turns out I really do have more hair, long hair, dark green, but a really pretty shade. Too bad hair doesn't come in this color. The pieces are definitely coming together. And I look at her, and I think my box is slid off. Great. She sits up, cross-legged, and just stares at me. Are we more or less the same height? Huh. She might a little. You bathed me until you were 9, and she stares harder. And in elementary school, you bit a girl so hard she just covers my mouth. I believe it does, and shivers through her arms. So hard she needed stitches. She just stares at me in disbelief and gulps. But, and looks at the chest. And my eyes are closed. Then she looks at me again. Big. And she looks down again. Yes, they are big. No, actually, yeah, no, those are huge. What the hell? Did all my fat go into those? Whoa, I might be starting to feel shock again. And she looks at my face. Bro? And I a little, feeling a bit concerned. And she gulps. And then slowly the head looks down again. And she has the heaviest pout I've ever seen as she starts to cover her own chest. No. She sniffles. No fur. I just close my eyes. And what exactly isn't fair? And here it becomes stupid. The more observant of you would have noticed I do not write for titillation. I write for stupidity. So let's get some stupid music. Let's see. Rapid circus music. Fast comedy. Let's see what happens, because it is a circus. I mistyped circus. Circus. Well, let's see what Suno generates. Yeah, we only have time for one more chapter, but that's okay. Yeah, that'll work. A real pig's breakfast, chapter 6. A real pig's breakfast. Trade, now! This isn't fair. Your little sister is here dying of thirst in a desert while you're inside a luxury spa. Do it. You managed to wake up like this. Make it happen. She leaned super close, first staring at the chest, then at me. I just blinked twice, honestly, at the absurdity of all of this. I tried to shake my head to clear it, but look, Hannah, She frowns and grabs my shoulders and starts to shake me. Now! I close my eyes as she's shaking me. Those two things are shaking too, and they're so big and don't feel the way my fat did before. I open my eyes and observe her staring at them as she shakes me, staring in disbelief. I half close my eyes. Could you not be obsessed with breasts for 5 seconds? She closes her eyes briefly and then stares at me full force. No! And I think I just signed my death warrant, as instead of my shoulders, she goes to grab something else. One of each hand. Let me tell you, her hands are not large enough to grab each one fully. That's a 2-hand job if I ever saw one. She not only grabs my breasts, which essentially gives me a heart attack, then she then squeezes, which makes my head blank as I stare at what she's doing. Not able to parse what these things are coming out of me, my mouth hanging open, and then she starts moving them about rapidly, and my stare just intensifies as I audibly hear static in my head. This can't be real! How could I not be obsessed? Look at them! That's insane! What the hell? Do you even know how much I'd give to having a tiny bit of that? I can't even consider plastic surgery! So many girls get it done too! Why? Why are you like this? What did you do that I didn't? It's not fair! It's just not fair! And then she freezes. Unless... Her eyes slowly scan the room, the hands finally having stopped. I just hear and feel my heart beating hard, strong and fast. I don't know what happened or what I'm feeling, but I'm pretty sure arousal is one of the emotions I'm experiencing right now. She gulps. Unless this really is a prank. She looks at my wrists. Let's go quickly, moving her hands back, almost scared, holding them in front of her chest, looking at me, looking really worried. I'm sorry, but people don't turn into girls. Right, that was rude of me. She looks around and gulps. This is Rose, right? Is this a dream? Am I dreaming? And then she looks at her open palms, facing them towards herself, and blushes a bit as she closes them and opens them. Clearly reminiscing the sensation. Pure stupidity. It gets worse. And then slowly raises her face to look at me. I'm Kim Hannah. We could maybe... And she seems to close her legs a bit as she shifts them. As she shifts how she's sitting, the legs going off to her right side. Discuss this over breakfast? I don't really understand what's going on. She has this really weird expression on her face. Her eyes just looking between the bed and my face in this really shy way, almost like a girl looking at her crush. I blink a few times, my eyes more or less still staring at the chest that was so violently proven to be real. I take a deep breath, so pretty sure I can feel her hands on each one, and I try to shake my head to clear my head again. And I look at her, Hannah! And I just had a voice crack. I go up. I try to readjust. Hannah, I promise this isn't a prank. It really is me. She blinks a few times and then half squints, looking really angry, tired, and with this unamused expression, her lips curving down a little, she looks straight at the chest. Listen, either I'm looking at a hottie or my stupid grabber just won the world's craziest lottery. I wasn't even told I could play. You tell me which one it is, and if you're seriously my big brother, she looks me in the eye, strip. I just stare, and for some stupid reason, my hands basically start moving on their own, slowly. And as I move to grab the back of my shirt to pull it off like I normally would, I understand the mistake. Is this why girls strip weird? I feel the shirt drag against the chest as I pull and take it off. I just stare at the consequences of my actions. Both of them, still jiggling. Why is the nipple that large? And is it just me, or is my skin much whiter? Softer, definitely. Oh no, body hair. Oh no, wait, my boxes are not on proper. Oh, so I see a bit under as well. I don't even see any pubes. If human brains were capable of a Windows error message, a blue screen, I think I'd be having one right now. Hannah just audibly gulps. I think I'll just spend my time describing what she does, since, frankly, I'm not even paying attention to her. I am unable to do anything. So, she says, awkwardly, blushing, cupping her hands, rubbing them a bit, looking off to the side, at my chest and at her hands. Why are they so big? They're slowly longer jiggling. Are you free tonight? She asks, snapping a few times, and I look at her. I don't think I parsed that question. And I just look back down my chest. She nods a few times, slips first. I'll take that. She starts shifting, sitting to my left, and leans on me with her right side, still just in that shirt of mine, as a yes. She nods herself, looking down at my chest from over my left shoulder, blushing a bit. You're very pretty, you know. I look a few times and turn to look at Hannah, not able to make any expression. Lips burst, she looks at me back, and then we both in sync turn to look at the chest. Why? I say quietly. She looks at my face, looking back at the chest. Why? I say even quieter. She nods a bit. So, any chance you could? Oh, I know. She leans back and forth, lightly bumping and moving me a little. Arms behind her back. Lend me some? You know, you have so much breast. You won't be missing any, right? I blink a few times. And my face just becomes an unamused glare. And I turn to look at her. My head slumped forward a bit. Hannah, how the hell do you lend breast? She shrugs, arms still behind her back. How do you wake up as a girl with breasts that big? And I just stare again. And my eyes and the head lower, looking at her chest. She frowns, a bit of a pout. She covers it. And I'm back to look at my own. Shaking my head a little. No? Clue? Wait, alright, the pieces came together. I have a dream, I guess? I look at her. She times still mid-pout, but no longer frowning. There's something in a dream. She blinks a few times, and then frowns out. Give me that dream. I want it. It's not fair. Your little sister is dying of unfairness here. Spare me some breast. I need it. Do something about two of those curves that really aren't fair. And I just stare as she momentarily looks at my behind. Right now, I'm sitting. Looks to my right a bit. And I take a deep breath and pass my left shoulder at my hips. I definitely do have curves. Too bad. That breast in the corner of my eye is seriously distracting me. I don't know, it's a bit. So, you're sure you're my brother? I close my eyes and look at her. She raises her lips. More like this. I close my eyes and look at her. She raises her lips, frowning, almost like she's concerned herself. You're really, really sure? I mean, I wouldn't be against it if you were someone else. I blink and my eyes hang open, half closed. And why exactly is that, Hannah? She blushes and looks away, wiggling her torso from side to side a bit. Reason. I nod a bit. And look back down. And as challenging as the task is, I try to look past the two gargantuan behemoths of attention magnetism and try to look at my stomach. Bring over my left hand and pinch it a bit. A soft smile comes over my face. Look, no, not that. She looks and nods a bit and then looks higher up. I know, big bro, I see tons of it. I close my eyes, then open them, half closed, just looking ahead. Are the stories I've heard from my colleagues not enough? Do you have to ogle me right now? She nods a few times. It is an obligation, a duty. A body like this cannot go unviewed, especially while I have a pending request to have some of that on my own chest. I close my eyes again. I am done with this idiot. And I look at her, unamused, eyes half open. fine. Find me a way to do it. You can have them, all of them, really. I'll bear the curse of flatness. Oh no, go ahead, take them. She purses her lips and sits away a bit to face me proper. She gulps, head rising, as she does, and then slowly she attempts, "Not like that!" I try to sit away from her, my legs crossing, and my boxes on my feet. Look down. I look down. Oh, look, Gorbits. I just stare. She tried to grab them, by the way. And she crosses her arms, looking off to the left, pouting. How else am I supposed to take them? I'm not magic. It's my eyes. And after a deep breath, I think a few times. Another bit. No! I ask and look at her. You're blushing about. She slightly turns to look at me. Then looks at my chest, then at my face. I can see where you're looking. She shrugs. It's polite to maintain eye contact. It's not my fault you have 4 eyes. 2 of them just happen to be bigger. I look down. Oh my fucking god, this idiot. Oh look, Gorbits again. Right. Is it? I look at her and catch a peek from her. So my eyes close a bit. And then after a deep breath, I feel into it again. I feel a bit worried. Is it hard? I look back down at her. She looks me in the eye, head facing me properly. Is it hard? She asks, looking down. There'll never be anything hard again down there, my bro. Is it hard? She looks me in the eye, head facing me properly. Living as a girl? She blinks a bit, her eyes moving down left, down right a bit, like looking for an answer. On her way back up, they stop on breasts, then look me in the eye. Clearly, look at breasts briefly again, and she switches legs, cross-legged. But periods suck, guys suck, and you don't get treated right. She looks at my breasts again, then tries to look off to the right, where the window is, and then her eyes still look back at the chest. I don't remember which one that was. Well. I reach for the shirt and try and put it on. Definitely need to do something about putting on clothes. These 2 things are too sensitive, too bouncy, and I'm pretty sure I'm moist again. Do I have to wash my bed more often now? Huh? How does this work? Huh? Take a deep breath. Still being plenty reminded and look her in the eyes. She's looking at the chest. I try to get a bit closer. The chest moves each movement, and I try to put her face in my hands. Oh no! I reach them forward. As I reach them forward, I look at them. Such small, pretty hands. Give me your hand real quick. Give me your hand real quick. She blinks a few times and shows me her right hand. I try and put my left hand against it. Almost the same? I gulp. She looks at it and frowns. Looks at me, then stands up. Time to see who's taller. She kept promising she'd grow up to be taller than me when she was little. How pouty she got when she didn't. I gulp and on my knees. It's time to realize that lack of downstairs. I don't know if I have the courage to move my legs properly. Hannah? She blinks a few times. Being a girl is disarming. I try to close them a bit. It somehow almost feels worse. Like the inner side of my thigh. I can almost sense what's there. The openness, the breeziness, the freedom on the buckle of the belly. But now accompany the sensations that do stuff. I nod a bit and try to stand up. Only to find myself face to face with Hannah. Almost at eye level. Alright, back to back, no standing on your toes. I close my eyes. What are you, a child? But I'm curious too, so I move with her, having decided to remove the boxes from my foot as I stepped up, and she tries to measure us with her hand. No way, I'm totally taller, she says, almost shocked. I found by a millimeter, I guess. She basically jumps and spins on the spot as I turn towards her. She has this widest smile. That means I have to take care of you and protect you and stuff. I'm the bigger sibling. Actually, no, widest smile. Not the gremlin like that. She has this widest smile. That means I have to take care of you and protect you and stuff. I'm the bigger sibling. Now I close my eyes and look at her chest. She closes it. Oh, well, some parts are still to be sorted out. You owe me a huge delivery of breast. I close my eyes. Just what the hell happened? And this is where we would be leaving it. I'll let this track finish because it is, frankly, peak stupidity. In case you haven't noticed, this entire book is going to be about the experience after this has happened, and it's going to get stupid. But I do love it. I love personal stories. Okay, I'm just gonna end the song now and get to the outro. Thank you for watching this far. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. I always enjoy reading my own works. They're just that good. I love putting a lot of myself into them. But I understand if people can't relate. You're not supposed to. It's for me. But I mean, if you enjoyed, thank you. I'm glad you did. By the way, I added a nice description to my videos. I do not take critique. I do not accept feedback. But if you did enjoy yourself, I'm glad because I definitely did enjoy myself. So I will be ignoring anyone that tells me what I did wrong or correct or whatever. But I hope you did enjoy it. I will be coming up with more until the whole book is covered. At this rate, it might be 10, 11 videos, maybe a little more, we'll see. But I have been Lumen, Lumen Illumino, reading you a work I wrote myself. I still have many more, some of them a bit more inspired with names from other works. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, have a nice day, maybe a nice evening, and definitely a good night. Bye!